Have you ever felt like the world is pressing down on you? Like every little problem that arises just adds to an already overwhelming burden. This sense of being crushed under a mountain of stress is something many of us experience. But what if there was a way to rise above all of that? What if you could let go of the frustrations, annoyances, and struggles that drag you down every day? The answer lies in cultivating the ability to act as if nothing bothers you. This might sound like a tall order, and you're probably thinking, that's easier said than done. You're right, it does take practice. But let me assure you, it's a skill that is immensely valuable. When you learn to keep your composure, stay calm, and maintain a positive demeanor, no matter what chaos is happening around you, you send a powerful message to the world and to yourself. That message is simple but profound. I am in control of my well-being. External circumstances do not have the power to disturb my peace unless I allow them to. Consider the people you admire most, the ones who always seem to keep their cool under pressure, whether they're world leaders, emergency responders, top athletes, or prolific artists and scientists. A common trait among these individuals is their ability to remain focused and perform at a high level, even in the most stressful situations. They have conditioned themselves not to react to every little thing that goes wrong, which is a key factor in their success. This doesn't mean they don't feel stress or frustration. Of course they do, they're human after all. However, they have trained their minds not to dwell on these feelings or let them consume them. Instead, they acknowledge these emotions and then let them pass, much like clouds moving across the sky. They don't cling to these negative feelings or get caught in a loop of negative thinking. One effective way to start developing this skill is by paying attention to your thoughts and self-talk when you face difficulties. Ask yourself, do you immediately jump to worst-case scenarios? Do you start blaming yourself or others? Such thoughts will only amplify your stress. Instead, try to catch these thoughts early and reframe the situation in a more neutral or positive light. For example, imagine you're stuck in a dreadful traffic jam, and you're going to be late for an important meeting. It's natural to feel your stress levels rising as thoughts race through your mind. Why does this always happen to me? I'm going to be in so much trouble. My boss will be furious. Rather than engaging with these thoughts, take a deep breath and calmly remind yourself, there's nothing I can do about this traffic. I'll get there when I get there. I'll apologize for the delay, but I won't let this ruin my day. By doing this, you acknowledge the situation without adding layers of unnecessary stress and catastrophizing. Acting as if nothing bothers you doesn't mean putting on a fake smile 24/7 or pretending to be happy all the time. It's not about denying or suppressing your true feelings. Instead, it's about expanding your capacity to handle challenges with grace and resilience. It's about building mental toughness and adaptability. Think of your mind as a still lake. When a rock is thrown into the lake, it causes ripples, disrupting the calm surface. But in time, the turbulence subsides, and the lake returns to its peaceful state. A truly serene mind is like that. It can absorb life's challenges without being permanently agitated. In every situation, we have a choice. While we may not always control what happens to us, we can control how we respond. We can choose to react with frustration, anger, and despair. Or we can take a breath and calmly address the situation at hand. We can choose to let minor annoyances steal our joy, or we can choose to maintain perspective and focus on what truly matters. This doesn't mean we should be emotionless robots. We are meant to experience the full range of human emotions, including the difficult ones like sadness, anger, and pain. These feelings are part of the richness of life. The goal is not to eliminate them, but to develop a healthy relationship with them, to not be controlled by them, or let them cloud our judgment. When we focus solely on what's going wrong, we overlook what's going right. We miss out on moments of beauty, kindness, and grace. We forget how much we have to be grateful for, even in tough times. A resilient mind is capable of seeing the good alongside the bad, maintaining a balanced outlook. Cultivating this mindset doesn't happen overnight. Like any skill, it requires consistent practice. Start with the small stuff: when someone cuts you off in traffic, when your coffee order is wrong, when your kids are driving you up the wall. Use these moments as opportunities to practice keeping your cool. Notice when you start to get worked up, take a deep breath, and consciously choose a calmer response. As you continue to exercise this mental muscle, you'll find your capacity to handle stress increases. Situations that used to really rattle you will start to feel more manageable. You'll become less reactive and better able to navigate challenges with clarity and poise. The best part is, this inner peace and balance will not only benefit you but will positively impact those around you as well. When we are in a state of inner turmoil, we tend to spread that negative energy to others, even if we don't mean to. Think back to a time when you were around someone who was extremely stressed or negative. Chances are, you started to feel tense and irritable too. On the flip side, think about how you feel around someone who remains calm and positive, even in difficult circumstances. That calmness is contagious in the best way. By learning to act as if nothing bothers you, you become a source of positivity and stability in the world. You demonstrate what's possible when we tune out the noise and connect with our inner strength and wisdom. You inspire others to rise above petty concerns and drama. You contribute to a culture of resilience and grace under pressure. It's important to clarify that acting as if nothing bothers you doesn't mean tolerating mistreatment or injustice. It doesn't mean never standing up for yourself or others. There's a significant difference between getting worked up over minor inconveniences and setting healthy boundaries or advocating for what is right. The essence of acting as if nothing bothers you is about maintaining your peace in the face of life's inevitable challenges. It's about knowing that your worth and well-being are not determined by external circumstances. It's about cultivating a mindset that prioritizes calmness, clarity, and compassion over chaos, confusion, and conflict. Imagine a life where you no longer feel like you're constantly fighting against the tide of stress and negativity. A life where you can approach each day with a sense of calm and confidence, knowing that you have the tools to handle whatever comes your way. This is the life that awaits you when you master the art of acting as if nothing bothers you. So start today. Practice letting go of the small stuff. Train your mind to focus on what you can control and release what you can't. With time, patience, and practice, you'll find that you are no longer a prisoner of stress and frustration, but rather the master of your own peace and happiness. One of the most powerful examples of maintaining composure in the face of extreme adversity can be found in the civil rights movement. Figures such as Martin Luther King Jr., Rosa Parks, and John Lewis faced unimaginable hatred, violence, and systemic oppression as they fought tirelessly for equality and justice. Despite being met with vitriol, ignorance, and brutality, they maintained their dignity, responded to lies with truth, and upheld an unwavering commitment to nonviolence. Their resilience and ability to continue marching, sitting at segregated lunch counters, and speaking truth to power, even as they were beaten, jailed, and degraded, serve as a profound testament to the indomitable human spirit. These leaders embodied what it means to be steadfast in one's convictions, guided by a moral compass that remains unswayed by external pressures, no matter how intense. Although most of us, fortunately, will never encounter the level of hostility and danger that these brave individuals faced, there is much we can learn from their example. We can strive to be led by our highest principles instead of being caught up in trivial disputes. We can aim to respond to negativity with love and patience, rather than adding more negativity to the mix. And we can practice standing firm in our truth, even when it is neither popular nor convenient. This inner steadiness, the ability to remain unprovoked and undiscouraged, is a hallmark of a truly strong and free spirit. When we allow every little circumstance to upset our balance, we lose our power. True power lies in the ability to stay centered, no matter the chaos that surrounds us. Consider the image of a great tree with deep, sturdy roots. When a storm rages, the tree's leaves and branches may be battered by the wind, but the trunk remains stable and the roots hold firm. Similarly, in our own lives, we cannot prevent the metaphorical storms from coming, but we can work on cultivating our inner stillness and stability so that we can weather them with grace. One key to developing this equanimity is gaining perspective. Often we become consumed by minor frustrations and fleeting troubles, allowing them to grow out of proportion in our minds. We lose sight of the bigger picture and what truly matters. Gratitude is a powerful antidote to this tunnel vision. When we take time to appreciate the many blessings in our lives, it's like switching the camera lens to a wide-angle view. That one annoyance is still there, but now it's placed in the context of all the good surrounding it. We remember what a precious gift it is to be alive, to have people who care about us, and to have opportunities to learn, grow, and contribute to the world. This perspective does not mean denying or minimizing hardship. Gratitude isn't about covering up real pain and struggle with a superficial smile. Rather, it's about recognizing that even in the darkest times, there are still glimmers of light if we choose to see them. It's about training our minds to perceive the full reality, not just focusing on what is broken or challenging. Another way to maintain perspective on small troubles is to remember your own strength and resilience. Reflect on all the challenges you've already overcome in your life, all the times you've picked yourself up after being knocked down. You're still here, still standing, having made it through every one of your worst days so far. That is no small accomplishment. We often underestimate our own tenacity and adaptability. We believe we can't handle discomfort or upheaval, but the truth is, we do it every day in countless ways. Every time we push through physical pain or illness, every time we recover from a disappointment or failure, every time we summon the courage to have a difficult conversation or make a tough decision, we are demonstrating our ability to meet adversity with poise. The more we remind ourselves of this inner strength, the more we reinforce our belief in our capacity to cope with whatever life throws at us. We begin to trust that, even if something does bother us in the moment, we have the ability to move through it and emerge stronger on the other side. This confidence becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. The more we believe in our ability to handle challenges calmly, the more calmly we actually handle them. Of course, no one is suggesting that we should be unflappable at all times. We are human, and there will inevitably be moments of frustration, anger, anxiety, and overwhelm. The goal is not perfection, but practice. The more we flex our resilience muscle, the stronger it becomes. However, this doesn't mean we won't feel the strain of exertion. In fact, the moments when we are knocked off balance are golden opportunities for growth. They reveal where we still have room to expand our capacity for equanimity. They highlight the thoughts and triggers that tend to unsettle us, providing a roadmap for where we can focus our efforts to grow. Every great sage and spiritual teacher throughout history has emphasized the importance of self-awareness, and for good reason. Self-awareness is the foundation of personal transformation. We cannot change unconscious patterns if we are not consciously aware of them. We must be willing to look at ourselves honestly, to observe our mental and emotional habits without judgment. This requires both courage and humility. It is not always easy to confront our own reactivity or pettiness. The ego often prefers to blame others for our distress, to hold on to the belief that we are always in the right. But if we truly wish to cultivate composure and inner peace, we must be willing to take responsibility for our responses. In taking responsibility, we begin to reclaim our power. We learn that we have a choice in how we react to the world around us. We discover that we can cultivate a sense of calm and stability, even when everything around us seems chaotic. This is not about suppressing emotions or pretending that difficulties don't exist. Rather, it's about developing the strength to face challenges with grace and resilience, to remain anchored in our truth, and to respond from a place of wisdom rather than reactivity. As we continue to practice this mindset, we will find that our capacity for peace and equanimity grows. We will become less likely to be thrown off course by the minor irritations of daily life and more capable of handling the bigger challenges that come our way. In doing so, we not only improve our own lives, but we also become a source of stability and inspiration for others. By embodying this inner steadiness, we contribute to a world that values calmness, patience, and resilience. We show that it is possible to face adversity without losing our center, to remain compassionate and strong even in the face of hostility. This is the true power of maintaining composure, the ability to weather life's storms without losing sight of who we are or what we stand for. When you find yourself getting worked up, a powerful question to ask is, what can I learn from this instead of just letting frustration simmer? Turn your attention to understanding it. What is this irritation trying to teach you? Perhaps it's highlighting an unmet need or revealing an unexpressed emotion. Maybe it's pointing to an old wound or insecurity that's being triggered. By approaching our frustrations with curiosity and compassionate awareness, we create a space for healing and personal growth. This allows us to break free from old patterns and adopt new, more effective ways of being. This process of personal evolution involves shining a light on the shadows within us so that we can transform them into wisdom and strength. As we engage in this inner work, we naturally become less reactive to external provocations. We develop the ability to pause before reacting, giving ourselves the space to choose our responses rather than being driven by impulse. This means letting pettiness and negativity roll off us, much like water off a duck's back. However, this does not imply that we become doormats or pushovers. On the contrary, true composure requires us to have healthy boundaries and a sense of assertiveness. When we are secure in ourselves, when we are not easily rattled by the opinions or actions of others, we can stand our ground with calmness and confidence. Consider the example of a parent who sets clear, consistent limits with their children without resorting to yelling or losing their temper. This behavior is a sign of inner strength and emotional maturity. It communicates, I am in control, I will not be swayed by tantrums or guilt trips. The same principle applies to all of our relationships and interactions. Composure is not about suppressing our feelings or needs, rather. It's about expressing them in a measured, skillful manner. It's about responding instead of reacting, about communicating clearly and directly without attacking or blaming. It's about being able to disagree without becoming disagreeable. When we cultivate this kind of poise, it has a profound ripple effect on those around us. It creates a sense of safety and stability, allowing others to relax and feel at ease. It diffuses tension and drama before they have a chance to escalate. It models emotional maturity and invites others to rise to that level. Think of the great leaders and change makers throughout history who inspired masses of people to work together toward common goals. One quality they all shared was the ability to stay focused and composed under pressure and in the face of opposition. Their unwavering belief in their mission was contagious, and their courage in the face of adversity was galvanizing. This kind of leadership doesn't require a fancy title or a position of power. We can all be leaders in our own lives by practicing the art of poise under pressure. By learning to act as though nothing bothers us, not in a superficial or disconnected way, but in a deeply rooted and unshakable way, we contribute to a more peaceful, resilient world. So where do we start? How do we begin to cultivate this inner steadiness and grace under fire? The first step is to set a clear intention. Make a conscious commitment to yourself that you will work on expanding your capacity for equanimity and composure. Write it down, say it out loud, and anchor it in your mind and heart. Then, start paying attention. Notice when you get hooked by small annoyances and irritations. Observe your thoughts and emotional responses with curiosity and compassion. Take a deep breath and see if you can let the reactivity pass through you without getting swept away by it. Begin by practicing responding to difficulties with a sense of perspective and resilience. Remind yourself of your own inner strength and resourcefulness. Look for the lesson or opportunity in every challenge. Choose to focus on solutions rather than dwelling on problems. Take good care of yourself, because when we are run down, stressed, and depleted, our capacity for equanimity and poise diminishes. Ensure you get enough rest, eat nourishing food, and engage in regular exercise. Carve out time for activities that replenish your energy and bring you joy. The better you feel physically and emotionally, the more resilient and adaptable you will be in facing life's challenges. Another crucial aspect of cultivating composure is surrounding yourself with a support system of people who inspire and encourage you. Positive, resilient role models can have a powerful influence on our ability to maintain grace under pressure. Learn from those who embody this quality and strive to be that kind of role model for others, especially for young people who are still developing their coping strategies and emotional habits. Remember, this is a practice, not a pursuit of perfection. There will be days when you lose your cool, when you get caught up in the drama and reactivity. Don't be hard on yourself when this happens. Forgive yourself, learn what you can from the experience, and recommit to your intention. Every moment offers a fresh opportunity to begin again. As you continue practicing meeting life with equanimity, you will begin to notice a shift. The small things that once ruffled your feathers will lose their power over you. You will find yourself navigating challenges with greater flexibility and resilience. Over time, your capacity to remain calm and centered, even in the face of adversity, will grow stronger. This shift allows you to conserve your energy and mental space, focusing on what truly matters to you. The ability to act as if nothing bothers you is not about becoming emotionally detached or indifferent. It's about mastering your own mind and emotions. It's about cultivating the freedom to choose your response to life's inevitable ups and downs and embodying the unshakable peace and strength that is your birthright as a human being. Cultivating this inner steadiness begins with mindfulness. Pay attention to the triggers that cause you to react impulsively. Is it criticism from others, unmet expectations, or perceived slights? By identifying these triggers, you can begin to understand the underlying emotions and thought patterns that drive your reactions. This awareness is the first step toward change. When you catch yourself about to react, take a moment to pause and breathe. This simple act of pausing creates a space between the stimulus and your response, allowing you to choose how to act rather than being driven by automatic reactions. In addition to mindfulness, it's important to practice self-compassion. Recognize that everyone experiences difficult emotions and challenging situations. Rather than beating yourself up for feeling angry, anxious, or upset, acknowledge these feelings with kindness. Self-compassion involves treating yourself with the same understanding and care that you would offer a friend. When you approach your emotions with compassion, you reduce the intensity of those emotions and create a more balanced perspective. This balanced perspective is crucial for maintaining composure under pressure. Another key component of developing composure is learning to let go of the need to control everything. Much of our stress and frustration comes from trying to manage situations and people in ways that are simply beyond our control. Accepting that you cannot control every aspect of life is liberating. It frees you from the burden of trying to make everything perfect and allows you to focus on what you can control: your own actions, responses, and attitudes. This shift in focus from external control to internal mastery is a powerful step toward achieving lasting composure. Cultivating resilience is also essential. Life will inevitably throw challenges your way, but your ability to bounce back from setbacks will determine your overall sense of peace and well-being. Resilience is not about avoiding hardship, but about developing the strength to endure and thrive despite it. To build resilience, it's helpful to reframe challenges as opportunities for growth. When you encounter a difficult situation, ask yourself how you can grow from it. What skills, insights, or strengths can you develop as a result? By viewing challenges as learning experiences, you transform obstacles into stepping stones on your path to personal development. Physical well-being plays a significant role in emotional composure. When your body is well-nourished, rested, and active, you are better equipped to handle stress and maintain a calm demeanor. Regular exercise is especially beneficial, as it helps to release tension, improve mood, and increase energy levels. Similarly, a balanced diet rich in nutrients supports brain function and emotional stability. Prioritize sleep, as lack of rest can exacerbate stress and make you more prone to emotional reactivity. By taking care of your physical health, you lay a strong foundation for emotional resilience. In addition to these practices, it's important to cultivate a positive mindset. Your thoughts have a powerful influence on your emotions and behaviors. By consciously choosing to focus on the positive aspects of any situation, you can shift your emotional state from one of negativity to one of hope and optimism. This doesn't mean ignoring problems or pretending everything is perfect. It means choosing to see the potential for growth and improvement in every challenge. Positive thinking can be reinforced through gratitude practices, where you regularly acknowledge the things in your life that you are thankful for. Gratitude helps to keep things in perspective and reminds you of the abundance of good in your life, even when times are tough. Another strategy for maintaining composure is to develop and assert healthy boundaries. Knowing where your limits lie and communicating them clearly to others is essential for protecting your emotional well-being. Boundaries are not about shutting people out, but about creating a safe space where you can thrive. They allow you to manage your energy and focus on what truly matters, without being overwhelmed by the demands or negativity of others. By setting and maintaining boundaries, you demonstrate self-respect and encourage others to treat you with the same respect. As you practice these strategies, you will likely notice a positive shift, not only in yourself but also in your interactions with others. When you maintain your composure, you create an atmosphere of calm that influences those around you. Your ability to stay centered in the midst of chaos can help to de-escalate tense situations and foster a more harmonious environment. This ripple effect of calmness can have far-reaching impacts, promoting peace and understanding in your personal relationships, workplace, and community. Leadership is another area where composure plays a critical role. Whether you are leading a team, a family, or simply leading by example in your daily life, your ability to remain poised under pressure sets the tone for others. Great leaders throughout history, such as Nelson Mandela and Mahatma Gandhi, exemplified composure in the face of enormous challenges. Their ability to stay focused, calm, and resolute inspired others to follow their lead and work together toward a common goal. You don't need to be in a formal leadership position to exhibit these qualities. By practicing composure in your own life, you can inspire those around you to approach life's challenges with the same level of grace and resilience. In moments of stress, it can be helpful to remind yourself of your long-term goals and values. What is truly important to you? What kind of person do you want to be? When you keep your focus on these bigger questions, the small irritations and setbacks of daily life begin to lose their significance. This broader perspective helps you to stay aligned with your core values and maintain your composure even when things don't go as planned. It also helps you to make decisions that are consistent with your long-term vision, rather than being swayed by short-term emotions. Finally, remember that cultivating composure is an ongoing journey. It's not about achieving a state of constant calmness, but about continually growing and learning. There will be times when you lose your cool, and that's okay. Each moment of frustration or anger is an opportunity to practice, to learn more about yourself, and to strengthen your capacity for resilience. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small, and be patient with yourself as you continue to develop this valuable skill. In conclusion, the ability to remain composed in the face of life's challenges is a powerful skill that can greatly enhance your quality of life. It allows you to navigate difficulties with grace, maintain your inner peace, and inspire those around you. By setting the intention to cultivate composure, practicing mindfulness, self-compassion, and resilience, and surrounding yourself with supportive people, you can develop an unshakable sense of calm that will serve you well in all areas of your life. As you continue on this path, you will find that acting as if nothing bothers you is not just an act, it becomes your natural way of being. From this place of centered equanimity, there is no limit to the positive impact you can have on your own life and on the lives of others.